This week on Strong Arm Sports Podcast.
Right now, I want Miles Turner in that number one spot, and
I
want Mitchell Robinson
Turner, you got
in that number 2 spot.
You can argue Miles Turner with me, not Mitchell Robinson.
Why I can't?
We supposed to be the losers, but we winning though. They used to laugh at us, now we grinning though. They used to tell me never in my lifetime. I guess they wasn't in their right mind.
What's going on, folks? Welcome to a brand new exciting episode of Strong Arm Sports Podcast, the realest sports talk pod in all the land.
True.
All the land is pretty damn big. That's not a little bit. I'm talking about in all the land.
True.
Okay, making sure you with me.
I'm
and
here.
We are back to wrap up the previous week of sports in dramatic fashion with no BS, no sugarcoating, no biases, only the strong arm truth. This happens to be the first time you guys have watched our show here on YouTube, or if you're listening on any of our various podcast channels, because we are everywhere. I'm one half of the show. I go by the name of K-Spade the Prospect.
And I'm your boy, LaParis 57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports Spade.
Yes, sir.
Spade, I couldn't wait to get to this show, bro. I know a lot of people was hitting you up saying, yo, Spade, I can't wait to hear you talk about Max. Spade, real quick, tell the people what you told me, what you not going to do with Max Kellerman. Tell me. Tell them.
I'm not going to entertain no circus clowns. I'm not entertaining that, bro.
I'm telling y'all, it's clickbait and y'all keep falling for it. Don't fall for it. That's why y'all need to tune in right here. Spade.
Yes,
I want to start. First of all, I want to say happy holidays to the people. We got a Memorial Day right around the corner. It's about to be some cookouts. I know it's going down. You know your boy gonna be on that grill. Spade, you gonna be on that grill?
You know it, bro. I'm getting out
That's
there
what I'm
today.
saying. So let's start off. Let me start off by saying happy holidays. Hope everybody have a safe, great holiday, great Memorial Day weekend. Hey, where the food at? You dig? Spade, I want to start in the NFL though. Quick topic we got to talk about. Relax, bro. What's all the huffing and puffing when we go to the league?
I just want to talk about the good shit, bro. That's all.
Bro, I don't want to hear all that huffing and puffing when I mention NFL. Spade, first of all, bro, you are a bigger NFL fan than you are. See, they don't know that. You are a bigger football. Matter of fact, you are a bigger football fan than you are a basketball fan. Is that a lie?
You gonna start the show offline? You don't.
No, is that a lie?
No, I'm not, bro.
That's a lie. You gonna get off your phone like, yeah, football is better, y'all. I'm telling you.
No, I'm not.
Hey, Spade, but I want to start in the NFL. Quick topic in the NFL. If you guys didn't know, the Tampa Bay Bucks, they've been making some moves, man. And no,
yeah, they have.
making no moves. Okay, they've been making some moves, and they made another move. They ended up cutting Gerald McCoy, saving themselves some cap, some money. And the word on the street is they're expected to sign Ndamukong Suh. So Spade, also McCoy has been on the little round robin of teams, visiting teams. I think he's visiting the Ravens today. A few teams. I think he got to visit the Browns, I think, on Tuesday. So he's making a round robin. It's a lot of teams interested in Gerald McCoy. So we have to wait and see where he's going to get picked up. But Spade, Gerald McCoy cut, Bucks signing Suh. Talk to me about it. Good thing, bad thing, man. I get it because it's the Bucks. Like
I get it. You know, every so often we remind people that these teams and these organizations is business first. That's why I hate to go back to this. I never, even to this day, I never understood the outrage from LeBron James wanting to leave the Cleveland Cavaliers. He was drafted there. He played 7 years there. He wanted to go somewhere else. You got that right. You best believe if one of these teams draft a player who don't live up to the hype that maybe they created for him, whatever they thought this player was going to be, it ain't look, man, they don't give a shit about your family. Y'all ain't friends. They going to let you know quick that it's business. Gerald McCoy still had 3 years left on his contract, if I'm not mistaken. Was it 3? Yeah,
I think it was 3, yeah.
3 years remaining on his contract. Say what you will about Tampa Bay. I know they're not a great team, but Gerald McCoy was the heart and soul of that team. That was evident if you ever saw the season that they was on Hard Knock. Like Gerald McCoy, great guy, it seems like, great personality, really the heart and soul of that team. And they made a business decision, man. I think Gerald McCoy was owed something around 13, 14 million. And they felt like they could get similar production from Ndamukong Suh, supposedly for cheaper. Now, we still don't know the details of this deal with Ndamukong Suh because they're not allowed to release that information until Suh signs, and Suh was out of the country on vacation or whatever it is, the off season, so I get it. I think McCoy landed on his feet, man. He only 31 years old. A lot of people thought he was going to sign with Cleveland, LaParis. He visited Cleveland. They said the visit went great, and he left Cleveland without a contract. He did release a statement. He said he wants to win. He wants to play for a contender. So I don't know what went wrong in Cleveland. I don't know if they didn't love him or he didn't love them. But a lot of folks felt like he was going to land with the Browns. Is already making some moves, dog. Like, the Browns are making some moves. If they'd have got McCoy, I'd have been a little salty. Like, they really building something over there.
The thing about football, unlike basketball, it ain't played on paper.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, you get Clay and Steph and KD and all this stuff in basketball, and it's a Rizzy. It's a wrap.
It's not played on paper in basketball either, bro.
It is.
Don't
like,
try
you can get these, Spade, you get these lineups in basketball. You get LeBron and Wade and Bosh, and they
lose to the Mavs.
I mean, that's
right. No further question.
Are we going there? Why did they lose to the Mavs?
Because games aren't played on paper. Because on paper, it ain't nothing the Mavs could have done to beat the Heat.
LeBron was kind of playing like a hoe. He was kind of playing like a hoe. And I love LeBron, but let's be honest. But, I mean, you look at it, Golden State, they get KD, they got Clay, they got Steph, they get Boogie. Shit, and now they're proving they don't even need. Hey, basketball is more so played on paper with names than football. Football, that's not the case. Never. But listen, man, I understand the Bucks move, man. They rebuilding. They trying to get a fresh start. I think this right here. Look, we said this when the Bucks had hired Bruce Arians. If Bruce Arians can't get Jameis right, then nobody can get Jameis right. So I think this is going to be a make or break year for Jameis Winston. I think Bruce Arians is going to be there past this year. So this is going to be a make or break year, in my opinion, for Jameis Winston.
I agree.
And if he come out and he look like trash, they're going to move in another direction. So they getting rid of Gerald McCoy, and they cutting all them old vets. They want to go young. They rebuilding. So I understand. But then you bring in Suh. I think Suh only getting a 1-year deal, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know for how much money, but I think the deal is only for 1 year. So it's basically the same thing the Rams did with Suh. We're going to get this guy. He's a productive player. He's going to be cheap. And I mean, if you strike lightning in the bottle and Suh have an amazing year, so be it. But, I mean, even if you play bad or do some stupid shit, which we know Ndamukong Suh sometimes did, stepping on people and things like that, we can cut him, get him out of here, and it ain't going to cost us nothing. So, I don't know what the future is holding for the Bucks as far as wins this upcoming season, but I understand the move. Let me say that. I understand the move.
I get it.
I get it,
too. Can we quickly get off the NFL? The NFL, listen, man. Even when the NBA season is over, it be like 3 to 5 NBA topics every week.
That's not true.
We struggling to find NFL shit to talk about. The NFL is trash.
That's not true. It was plenty of NFL topics that you didn't want to talk.
Yeah, they was trash. That's my point.
That's not true.
Nah, that's true.
Wow.
That's true.
It's going to get around them months, around about July, August, and it's going. And what's going to happen? We're going to be talking.
We're going to start talking baseball.
We're going to be talking about top 5 players and all that.
Man, we'll be talking baseball.
Shit.
They looking neck and neck right about now, man. I saw a baseball game where they scored something like 14 or 16 runs. Shit look like a football score.
I unblocked you, by the way, and I seen you tweet that, and I said, "Is Spade watching baseball?" You was like, "Oh, they scored 18 runs, and these balls is juice." I said, What is this?"
I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do when the football season starts. I'm just trying to find me some entertainment somewhere.
So you gonna watch baseball? So now you're watching baseball.
Maybe.
Get them, y'all.
Instead of your national flag football league that y'all got going over there. But anyway, let's get out the NFL. Let's go to something else. Let's go to college basketball. Any type of basketball better than football. Juwan Howard LaParis just got a coaching gig at the University of Michigan. And this is one of the rare times where I feel like the perfect hire happened. You know, obviously Juwan Howard was a member of the Fab Five. He had a pretty long, and I guess you could, I'm going to say successful NBA career. I mean, you know, I don't think he was ever an all-star or anything like that, but he was a successful NBA pro. And after his career, after his championship run with the Miami Heat, he joined that coaching staff, and he paid his dues, man. He stayed on the Miami Heat coaching staff for a minute and, you know, waited until the perfect time. I don't know if he had any other job offers and if he turned those down because he felt like they weren't adequate or they weren't the job he was waiting for. But I think last week I saw Jalen Rose kind of starting the campaign for Juwan Howard, and Michigan actually listened to somebody, him, whoever, and Jalen Rose is the new head coach of the Michigan Wolverines. He agreed to terms on a 5-year deal, and I'm kind of excited about it, man. I feel like he might be what they need to return a little bit of swagger to that school. And you know, I know it's a lot about recruiting, but I feel like having a Fab Five member in there, I feel like it can't do any bad. I don't know. I don't know anything about Juwan Howard as a coach, but I like the hire. What you think?
For these guys, they pay their dues. Juwan Howard has paid their dues, and I'm all for dudes that pay their dues, that get the opportunity to see what they have, whether it be on a college level or on a pro level. But Spade, you said Juwan Howard was a solid NBA player, man. Mm-hmm. 2-time NBA champion, we know, but he did make an All-Star team. 1996,
what?
He was an All-Star. Yep, 1996, he made All-NBA third team, Spade. So, I mean, he was on the All-Rookie team, second team in 1995. Juwan Howard, he was getting it in. Juwan Howard was a solid player. But I think Juwan Howard deserves this opportunity. Me and you had an extensive conversation about Jerry Stackhouse taking the job at Vanderbilt that these guys did not get to hear because the file got corrupt for whatever, you know, whatever happened.
Right.
Audio, video difficulties, whatever. But they didn't get to hear that. And in this case, I like this hire right here. Juwan Howard is one of those guys. Let me just rewind a little bit. I told Spade when we was talking about Jerry Stackhouse that I felt like Stackhouse could have took a better job. I don't feel like Stackhouse. Y'all know I got a thing. Even when we were talking about college football, I feel like I want coaches to take better jobs. And I felt like Vanderbilt wasn't a good job. And I know somebody's going to be like, Vanderbilt did X, Y, Z. You know, somebody that's really into college basketball. But I just don't feel like Stackhouse is going to be able to recruit at Vanderbilt. I don't think that's going to be the case with Juwan Howard at Michigan. First of all, anybody that remember watching the Fab Five play knew that the Fab Five brought all that swag to college basketball. They was the first ones to wear them baggy shorts. All you got to do is watch the Fab Five documentary that Jalen Rose produced. That's the truth.
Oh, Jalen produced that joint?
Yeah, Jalen Rose produced that joint.
I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, but listen, man, they bought all that swag. Spade, I heard some of the sports media dudes, the dudes that people consider the notable guys, say that, you know, not only is Juwan Howard coaching at Michigan good, but he's also friends with Wade. He's also friends with LeBron. And what do those guys have? Sons that's about to go to college. Spade, I gotta ask you, do you see these guys, if the NBA don't change their rule, because we know the NBA is talking about allowing dudes to come back out of high school, they haven't set anything in stone yet that they can. But if these guys have to go to college, do you see Dwayne Wade's son, or Dwayne Wade and his son, or LeBron James and his son, do you see those guys shifting, that, you know, trying to talk their sons into attending Michigan? Do you see that?
I won't rule anything out. I won't rule anything out.
I can kind of see LeBron's son going to Duke, though. What about that?
I can see LeBron's son going somewhere on the West Coast. I can see, you know what I'm saying? Like, Brandon relocate to LA to send his son back to the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of feel like you'll see Bronny somewhere near Pops. But at the same time, like I said, I won't rule anything out, man. I like the hire and I like the relationship because look, man, we see Bron and Wade, these guys will pull up at an AAU game, you know what I'm saying, and watch.
Right.
So just the fact that he's got relationships, and I'm not saying Jerry Stackhouse don't have those relationships, but we talking about Juwan Howard has been on the Heat coaching staff since 2013, bro. Like,
they love him, man.
yeah.
They love him.
And several NBA players, especially notable ex-Miami Heat players, have come out and expressed how happy they are for him. So, yeah, I feel like it's possible. I won't slam the door on either one of those.
Yeah, that's what I can see them saying, like, go here. You probably only going to have to stay 1 year.
And you probably,
if you do got to go to college.
And LeParis, hate to cut you out, but you probably going to get that under the table bag. Let's keep it a stack.
You're
probably gonna get that
but,
bag.
I mean, it could be. Hey, go up there. That we know. Juwan Howard, Wade, LeBron James. We know they are friends. I want to see my friend be successful. Hey, son, go look out. Go ball up there. It's only gonna probably be for 1 year. Then you can declare. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I can see it happening. I don't know if it will happen because I know it was some lingering about Bronny potentially going to Duke. You know, we know how. LeBron always said if I would have went to college, I'd have went to Duke.
Did he
always said that, you know, Coach. Yeah, he did.
Wow.
Coach K is one of his favorite guys. So I can see Bronny going to Duke, but I can see him being like, you know what? I want my friend to be successful up there. My son can go there. Recruit my son, and I can talk my son into going there. But who you see landing there more? Either Wade's son, I think his son name is Zaire,
yep.
or either Bronny. Like, who can you see there more?
Probably Zaire.
Me too. Wade, we know he went to Marquette, and I know that's like, I'm just saying Wade is more used to that region.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So Bron, they on the West Coast now. I know Bron from Akron, Ohio. He from up there too, but I can see Bron keeping his son on the West Coast too. Maybe UCLA, USC, one of those schools over there. I can see it. I can see that happening too.
Another reason.
Both of these dudes probably want to just come straight out of high school.
I was just about to say.
And they hoping that the NBA change that shit.
Another reason why I say I can see Zaire being there before Bronny is because Wade already out the game. So I feel like he going to push his son on the path that he feel like is going to be most beneficial to his son. Bron, I honestly believe, wants the possibility of him and his son being in the league at the same time. So I think he will be pushing the skip college narrative. I can really see that happen.
Well, I can see that.
Yeah, man.
You ready to move on?
Yes, sir.
And let me say, I'm happy for Jerry Stackhouse before he be like, wait, what did he say about? I'm happy that Jerry Stackhouse got the job.
He was big hating, y'all.
No, I wasn't, man. I just wanted better for Jerry Stackhouse. Oh. Hey, bro, do you see what Penny is doing down here at Memphis? He done passed Duke with like the #1 recruiting class at Memphis.
You think Penny can get Memphis jumping, but Stack can't get Vandy jumping?
Bro, Memphis was jumping.
I wish they heard that.
Hey, Memphis was jumping when they had, who was there? Calipari? Memphis was jumping, bro.
Listen, man. I wish
you think
I could
Stackhouse
bring
can
them
get
that
Vandy
corrupted
jumping,
episode so they can hear how much hate you spewed at Jerry Stackhouse for taking a good job.
I'm happy Stackhouse got the gig. I'm asking you, do you think Jerry Stackhouse can get Memphis Vanderbilt jumping?
Yes.
What? No way.
Yes.
No way.
Why can't?
Because it's Vanderbilt. That's why.
All right.
Because it's Vanderbilt. That shit damn near Ivy League, bruh.
All it takes is the right bag, man. Come on, man. You know how college hoops work.
I'm saying Jerry Stackhouse running the program on the up and up. You over here saying
that's what you think Penny doing.
Kids.
You think Penny over there just looking for the highest SAT
Penny
score.
over there, man. Penny like y'all remember. I came from here. I can get y'all in the league. Shit. Vanderbilt.
Where Penny's son at?
Let's move on, bro.
Where Penny's son at that Colin Sexton went at? Where Penny's son at? He at Memphis?
Wait a minute. Didn't Penny's son play at Memphis? Yeah. He's still there, I think.
I was finna say, have he got his son in the league? A man who can't get his son in the league can't tell me he can get me in the league.
See, I don't follow college basketball enough to know. I mean,
right,
he probably declared.
I'll look it up. I got it.
I'm just saying, he probably declared. I don't know.
Nah,
I don't know what year he in. He might be a freshman. He might be like, yo, let me come back. tighten up my skills, and I come out my sophomore year. Why you want Penny's son head?
I ain't on nobody head. His name is Jaden.
You like, did Penny get his son in the league?
Yeah, I want him,
man. Come on, man. I think you can get Memphis jumping before you can get Vandy jumping. That's a fact. That's a fact. I think Juwan Howard can get Michigan jumping before Stackhouse can get Vandy jumping. I'm happy for Stackhouse though, man. It's a head coaching job. That bread probably right, but I wanted a better gig for Stackhouse. Stackhouse is another dude. Been in the league, paying his dues. We seen Pat Ewing go to Georgetown. Come on. Now we know Stack ain't about to go coach North Carolina. North Carolina got Roy Williams, so he ain't going there. But I think he could definitely. Say it again.
I saying Roy ain't going nowhere.
Oh yeah, Roy ain't going nowhere. But I think Stack could have got a way better job than Vandy. You even mentioned when we was talking about that it was some lingerings that Stackhouse could have got that Memphis Grizzlies job if he would have just held his horses.
Bro, stop hating on Stack, okay? That's all I want you to do.
Stack, you telling me Stack can get Vandy jumping?
I
hope you're right. I hope you're right.
I am.
I just don't think so. I don't think so. You got to get damn near 1,600 to go there. I don't even know what the perfect score for the SAT. Back in my day, the perfect score for the SAT was a 1,600. I don't know what it is now.
You know I had a 1,590, right?
What you say?
Why is that funny? I had a 1,590. I had a 1,590.
Bats, mate. I can dig it. Let's move on. Let's take it to the NBA.
I don't get nothing funny.
Let's take it to the. So you had a 1,590?
Yeah.
You could have went
Genius.
to you wanted to, bro. Why you go to BYU if you had a 1,590? You could have went to any school you wanted to.
Yeah, man. Look, when the coaches came out and talked to my parents, they spoke to me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, bet.
That's the school I related to.
Leave your SAT scores in the comment section. Let's get it there. Listen, let's take it to the NBA. We're going to talk about the all-rookie team. Let's talk about the first team. That's all that matters anyway. We already know Gilchrist Alexander and those guys was on the second team. We already know. But let's talk about the first team, Spade. Luka, we already know he made it. Trae Young, DeAndre Ayton, Jamin Jackson Jr. from Memphis, as well as Marvin Bagley. Spade, you good with the first team?
I am, yeah.
I seen you tweeting some things about Ayton.
Wait, you said Ayton made first team?
Yeah, Ayton. He made first team.
Okay.
You good with Ayton?
I guess.
Wow. I mean, I just don't know. I guess I don't know who could have replaced any of these guys. I felt all these guys was deserving. It's crazy because me and Spade was talking about this off camera, and we was talking about Marvin Bagley, and he was like, man, Bagley didn't even really get any mention in like rookie of the year consideration. Bagley was balling too. We know he came off the bench and probably didn't have the impact that Luka or Trae Young did with their respective teams, but Marvin Bagley was hooping off the bench.
Yeah, he was. I like Mitchell Robinson too, man. But that's neither.
Okay, for the Knicks.
Yeah, he look, a dude I worked with put me on games. I didn't even know who he was. He was like, I'm telling you, watch this kid. He's it. And I was like, man, relax. But now when I peeped, buddy, he was it.
He was up there in blocks too. He had a lot of blocks. But I mean, I'm good with the first team. It's nothing really I'm upset about here. I told you, Jamin Jackson is one of those dudes I think can be a. I think all these dudes can be a star. I'm a little worried about Ayton. I ain't really like Ayton body language, but he played with the Suns, so I'm gonna give him a break. He played with the Suns. Some of the games I watched from Phoenix, Spade, I didn't really like Ayton body language. Felt like he could have been playing harder, and maybe that's just me. I'm not as of yet. I'm not calling him Wiggins. I'm not saying he Wiggins. I'm just saying early on I didn't like his body language, but it's the Phoenix Suns. Let's see how he progressed. But hey, y'all already know how we doing this show. We see something and somebody ain't living up to living up to their potential that we think they should be at, we will call them out on this show. I'm not there yet with Ayton, so I'm gonna pump my brakes. Rookie of the year is right around the corner. We gotta wait and see who they gonna give it to. We can move on though, bro, if you want.
Okay. The rookie team I ain't really have an issue with. It was a team I did kind of take exception with, and that was the NBA defensive team, the all defensive team. Now,
okay, you got the list in front of you. If not, I got it.
I do.
Okay.
So it's not a third team in all defense. It's just a first and second team. And the parents, I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me go through the list first, and then I'll talk my shit. So first team, all NBA defense. The guards are Eric Bledsoe and Marcus Smart. The forwards are Giannis Antetokounmpo, Paul George, and the center is Rudy Gobert. All right. Now, second team, Drew Holiday and Klay Thompson are the guards. Draymond Green and Kawhi are the forwards, and Joel Embiid is the center. I really feel like some of this shit is just like name recognition, all right?
It's a popularity contest.
It ain't even that, though. It ain't even that. It's like, I feel like once you've made it on the all-defensive team before, like...
Oh, okay.
Here's what I think. Here's my hot take. I don't even feel like it's a hot take. This shit lukewarm. Everybody know that these teams are voted on and essentially picked by members of the media. I think sometimes when it's time to cast a vote, if you haven't been watching like that, you pull a familiar name in your memory that's been there before. I'm going to be honest with you, dog. Was Marcus Smart locking up like that this year? Was he? Was he locking up more than Pat Bev?
You asking, is he locking up?
More than Pat Bev?
I think Marcus Smart is a great, and I'm saying great. I think he's a great defender. But if I'm not mistaken, I think he was out for a lot of games.
Man, no mention of Pat Bev.
So your problem is with Smart?
No, it's a few. It's a few. I'm looking at this first team. It's a lot of people on that first team I'm not really digging that. I like Paul George being there. I'm okay with Bledsoe being there. I don't love it. I'm okay with Bledsoe being there. But I'm going to tell you something else. The Rudy Gobert...
I'm not okay with Bledsoe being there. To me, I think that's Pat Bev's spot.
Well, I mean, shit, you can give him Marcus Smart spot. Pat Bev need one of them spots. Pat Bev ain't make either one of these defensive teams, bro.
I know.
Man, we done seen Pat Bev take... He don't only take the score on the other team. He'll take a 7-footer. We seen him guarding Durant. We seen him getting in Durant. Come on, man. I'm going to tell you something else. The Rudy Gobert for Defensive Player of the Year every year when you can't think... I'm not saying he going to win Defensive Player of the Year this year. But every year when it's like, I don't really know who Defensive Player of the Year is, I'll just give it to Rudy Gobert. I feel like they do that every year.
But we not talking about that, Spade. You got a problem with Gobert being the defensive center?
The first team? Yes, I do. Hold on, let me look something
up. Who you putting there?
Hold on, I'm finna look something up. Give me 1 second. I should have had this up already.
I think Gobert deserved to be there, man. He always up there in blocks. And even his impact as well. Like, even sometimes he don't get the block, but people come to that basket, he just make him change his shot. Like, I feel like Gobert is worthy of first team. Now, I understand your point with just having Gobert in there for defensive player every year. I understand your point there.
Every year.
But first team all defense, I don't mind Gobert being there. I'm just saying, I don't have a problem with Gobert.
All right, so
I got a problem with Bledsoe. I don't really got a problem with Smart because I think Smart is a great defender.
Okay, hold up. So Miles Turner led the league in blocks.
Okay, man.
And they make a team.
Miles Turner, he had some choice words. He did, but go ahead.
You know who else was high on blocks? Higher than Rudy Gobert? Mitchell Robinson.
Who?
Mitchell Robinson.
I know. Yeah.
Bro, these dudes ain't make a defensive team. And when you talking about, when you do the all defensive team and you put a center up there, you really only talking blocks. You ain't like either one of these dudes is switching off on Kyrie and holding them. Like,
yeah, I agree with that.
When you do the all defensive team, when you look at center, are you looking at how well they play switches, how well they play PNR?
See, that I don't know. That's what you got to answer for me.
Is Rudy Gobert great in PNR situations? I don't think so. They PNR that boy to sleep when he played against Houston.
What's Embiid blocks, babe? How many blocks Embiid got?
Embiid is 6th in the league.
6. So Miles Turner first.
Miles Turner had 199 blocks. Mitchell Robinson had 161. Rudy Gobert had 187, so he had more blocks, but he played more games than Mitchell Robinson. So Mitchell had a higher blocks per game average.
Okay.
Brook Lopez, we don't even think Brook Lopez played defense like that. Brook had 179. JaVale McGee had 148.
So then I feel like your problem should be with Embiid.
I ain't get to the second team yet. I got a problem with that too. I'm just on the first team right now. How is Miles Turner not on one of these defensive teams?
But if you want to argue Miles Turner, so be it.
You like Gobert being there with 81 games played, 2.3 blocks a game, when Mitchell Robinson and Miles Turner got more?
You can't say Mitchell Robinson, Spade.
Why I can't?
But he only played like, how many games Mitchell Robinson played?
More than Joel Embiid. More than Joel Embiid.
That's what I said. If your problem to me should be with Embiid, not Gobert.
I got smoke for him too. I ain't got there yet. Right now I want Miles Turner in that number 1 spot. And I want Mitchell Robinson in that number 2 spot.
You can argue Miles Turner with me, not Mitchell Robinson.
Why I can't? He got more than...
Mitchell, how many... I got to look Mitchell Robinson shit up.
I'm looking at him. You want his total
How many
block?
games did he play, Spade?
66. 66.
Yeah, man. No. And he only played like 12 minutes. How many minutes he played?
His average minutes per game is 20. He averaged 20 minutes a game.
Exactly.
He got 161 blocks. You're making my point. He should be there.
No, Spade, no.
Bro, in 20 minutes of play, he's got a higher block per game average than Rudy Gobert, who played 32 minutes a game. Yes, he deserves to be there. Get them both out of there.
So you putting Mitchell Robinson, who's a rookie, first team all defense?
No, second team. I want Miles Turner first team. I want Mitchell Robinson second team. Because as a rookie...
The Miles Turner argument you got. I'm with you.
I got them both.
You can argue Miles Turner.
I got them both.
I thought you were saying Mitchell Robinson first team.
No. Miles got the first. But I don't even want Rudy second. I don't want Rudy as second team. Because like you just said, if Mitchell Robinson is only playing 20 minutes a game, and he's a rookie, and he's producing at that level, how the hell is Rudy Gobert better? How?
Okay.
How?
Okay.
Look, man, I feel like Rudy Gobert is a great defender. Somebody gonna come for me and be like, I think Rudy Gobert is a great defender. Me too. But just because he's a great defender don't mean we overlook guys who are outperforming him. This is a year-to-year award, and this year, he was not the best defensive center. He wasn't.
I also think you're smart enough to know that Rudy Gobert changed a lot of shots, Spade, without blocking shots.
So you don't think these other guys did? I think every guy that I just named is altering shots at the cup.
I think the Knicks had like 4 damn centers, and this
dude still averaged 2.4 blocks a game. Still.
So why don't they start him and play him, Spade? It's something.
Because they the Knicks and they fucking idiots.
Exactly.
They the Knicks.
Exactly. I think.
That's not his fault.
When they do that defensive shit, I think they doing all that. I'm assuming. I don't know. I assume they doing all that win share, impact on game, all that shit. And I think Rudy Gobert had a big ass impact on them Jazz games. I do.
That's whack. Who else I got smoked?
That's what your league do. That's what I think your league do.
Oh wow. So we're gonna slander my league. All right.
Yeah, I think that's what your league do.
Okay.
Impact on game, win shares. I think all that shit. Because why else would Joel Embiid be up there and he's 6 in blocks?
Because he's just a familiar. That's my point. These people who voting like, oh man, I ain't really been paying attention. Rudy Gobert, Joel Embiid. Let's just write their name down. That's what they doing, bro. So the league ain't the issue here. That ain't the issue here. Really, if we keeping it a bean, really,
it's the writers.
It's the media. It's the media. All right.
Well, we already know they big dumb. We watch them on TV all year.
I got some more smoke for you, dog. I got some more smoke for you.
Go ahead.
Listen, man. People slander James Harden and say he a bad defender. How many times have we seen? No, I ain't even gonna say that. How many times have you and I had to reel people off of the cliff of saying so-and-so's an amazing defender? Steph Curry's a great defender. Look at all the steals he get. Allen Iverson was a great defender. Look at all the steals he got. We were like, look, AI used to get passing lane steals, bro. I love AI. I'm an AI fan. They was not putting AI on the toughest guard out there. James Harden was second in the league in steals. He ain't getting a mention. He ain't getting a mention. He averaged over 2 steals a game. Just saying.
So, are you telling me you want Harden on this team, Spade?
I feel like he should at least got a second team defensive nod. Yes.
Over Clay?
I'm not saying Clay should have got the snub. But I mean, I'm looking at folks like Drew. How Drew get up there? What did Drew do to get up there?
Lock up Lillard last year?
Yeah, but I don't know if the award started back then. You know somebody else who ain't get a mention? PJ Tucker.
I can't believe you got this big of a problem with these teams.
I do because I feel like they just picking familiar names, bro. I don't think they...
Well, let me just start right here. James Harden do not deserve to be on either one of these teams. I'm saying it. He doesn't.
Go ahead, bro.
Not over Clay, not over Drew.
Not over Drew? What did Drew do?
Who you want to argue?
What did
Bledsoe
Drew do?
Smart?
What did he do?
Spade,
Who Drew
Drew's
locking
a
up?
solid defender. Come on, Spade.
Who he locking up?
Drew take the tough matchup every night too, bro.
Man.
Come on, man.
Okay. All right.
I get you want to get your guy up here.
No,
Come
it's
on,
not
man.
about this. I want what's right. That's what I want. I want what's right.
So you want to put Harden on and take off Bledsoe or Smart?
Well, I would probably move Clay to first team. I don't think I got Smart up there.
Wow.
I don't.
Wow. Okay.
I don't think Smart would that do.
You don't think Smart is a better defender than James Harden?
I think Marcus Smart is a good on-ball defender, and I think he's a good off-ball defender. I think James Harden is a good on-ball defender. I think he's a bad off-ball defender.
Let me just make this clear. We're talking about defense. We ain't saying... I'm not saying he a better player than James Harden. Let me just make that clear. Because somebody would be in the comment section like, so the Packers are saying... No. I'm just specifically talking about defense.
And my answer would basically say that I think Smart is the better defender. Because I think Smart's a good defender on ball and off ball, and I think James Harden is an atrocious defender off ball.
Thank you. Yes, because sometimes he fall asleep and get backdoored to sleep.
But he also was second in the league in steals. So I feel like I'm contradicting myself because
we crucify people that be like, "Oh, he led the league in steals." We crucify people.
Okay, but let me ask you this:
you had an argument with other people that was saying Rubio is an excellent defender, and their argument was, well, he led the league in steals for 3 years or whatever. We was like, so what?
That's true, but let me ask you this: do we feel like James Harden getting these steals on ball?
Do we feel like James Harden gets steals on ball?
Right. Because if he's second in the league in on ball steals, that's pretty impressive. And if he's second in the league and getting a lot of steals off ball, then maybe he ain't as bad as an off ball defender as I think.
I'm saying I don't think James Harden is as bad as a defender as he used to be. He's not terrible. He's not that guy anymore. He plays defense.
Yeah.
He plays defense now.
He does.
Let me say he plays better defense than he used to. He's not as bad as he used to be. I just don't think James Harden is a better defender than any of these guys. Only person I got a problem with is Egg Bledsoe. I think you get Bledsoe off, you put Pat Bev on.
I don't think James Harden should be on either one of these teams. I do think he should be getting some credit for being second in the league.
I mean, he might have been mentioned at the bottom. Like it say below a list of players that receive votes. He might have got some votes.
I ain't see.
I mean, I don't have all that list with me, but he might have got some votes.
I didn't see.
I mean, I remember one of the names I did see that got votes was Westbrook. I made sure I looked. He got some votes to be on one of these teams.
All I know is PJ Tucker ain't make a team. Jimmy Butler ain't make a team.
Which I think
These are guys that we know go out there and strap up. That's all I'm saying, man. I'm just tired. I feel like they just keep throwing the same damn names out here because they familiar names, and I'm sick of it. Get Rudy Gobert off this shit. Get Joel Embiid off this shit. Put Mitchell Robinson and Miles Turner up there. Those dudes been hooping. Put Pat Bev up there. I like this. I like to see PJ Tucker up there.
I'm not. I would. I'm a PJ Tucker fan. I like PJ.
Well, you
PJ
said the only
one of
person you got an
toughest
issue
dudes
with
in
is
this league.
Bledsoe.
So who you taking off for PJ?
Greek Freak.
Oh shit, Spade! You can't take the Greek Freak off. He
Why
in
can't?
the running for Defensive Player of the Year.
All right.
Come on, Spade.
All right.
Paul George, another dude.
Paul George been phenomenal
Come
this
on.
year. Paul George should win Defensive Player of the Year.
I'm gonna tell you what. If you want to take somebody off, I feel like it. How many games could Wild play? 60? 50?
Not a damn lot. Let me look.
That's what I'm saying, man.
But
And
you-
we know
but when
Kawhi
we say
strap
that, you know
up,
what
but
people gonna say?
It should probably be. It should probably be a certain amount of games you got to play. Probably. Is it that? Like, I don't know enough about your NBA league to know. Like, do they count? Do they break down steals on ball, off ball? I don't know. Is there a certain amount of games you got to play to make one of these teams? Because it should be a certain amount. If
Well,
somebody played,
Kawhi played 60 games.
45 or 50 games, they should not be mentioned as one of the best defenders on one of these teams.
Kawhi played 60 games. Oddly enough, he played more games than Chris Paul, and Chris Paul finished the season third in steals. Well, I take that back. Let me fix that again. He did not finish the league third. He did not finish the season third in the league in steals. He finished third in steals per game. But James Harden had 158 steals.
Oh, Lord.
I'm just
You
saying.
just want James Harden on every single team.
Nah, I just said I don't think he should be up
James
here.
Harden on one of these All-NBA teams?
He better be.
I pray he was on one of these All-NBA teams.
I know he
Spade
damn
gonna have
better
a
be.
conniption fit if he's not.
Let's move on to the All-NBA team.
All right, I got the All-NBA team right here.
let's
We're
get
moving on to the All-NBA team. I got the first team, the second team, and the third team. First team, okay, James Harden made his space. So don't have a cap. First team was Giannis, James Harden, Steph Curry, Paul George, Nikola, the big joker. We already know. Second team, Embiid, Durant, Lillard, Kawhi, Kyrie Irving, And third team was Westbrook, Blake Griffin, LeBron James, Rudy Gobert. Got a problem with Rudy Gobert being third team? I'm pretty sure you do.
Nah, I don't.
Rudy Gobert and Kemba Walker, which was said that Kemba Walker can get the bag for like damn near 40-something million a year. I think it's 4 years or 4 or 5 years for like 140-something million. Gobert can get the bag for like 4 or 5 years for like 160-something million dollars. Like, I mean, excuse me, not 100, 200. $260-something million, and Kemba could get 247 if I'm not mistaken. Somebody want to correct me in the comment section. Pretty sure I'm right though. But these dudes can literally get the bag. Also, I gotta mention Spade before you go. Damian Lillard is about to sign an extension for 4 years, $190 million, and Terry Stotts is about to also get an extension with the Blazers as well. Spade,
Yes.
the All-NBA team. Do you have a problem with any of these teams? I'm surprised at you.
I don't think I do. And the only reason I know y'all gonna be like, wait,
Because James Harden made first team.
Nah, I mean, if he didn't make first team, then this shit would just be fake. It wouldn't even be no point in talking about it. The whole shit would be fake. But I feel like people gonna ask, how do I have a problem with Rudy Gobert being on a defensive team but not the All-NBA team? But aside from also being a good shot blocker, he was a pretty good rebounder this year, too. I think he was top 5, well, just out of top 5. He was 6th in rebounds. So, Miles Turner is not that high in rebounds. But the defensive team ain't got shit to do with rebounds. So, I feel like Miles Turner deserved that spot. When you look at his total body of work or what he do, I'm cool with Gobert being third team All-NBA here. I'm cool with it.
Okay. You don't have a problem with the Joker being first team?
Nah, I don't. I mean, if you look at Denver's record in the West this year, like, he was a huge part of, their success. So,
Especially with all the injuries they had. They had a lot of injuries, too.
Yeah, he averaged 20 and 11 this season. I'm okay. I'm good with that.
So thank God.
What's funny, bro?
You're good
Bro,
with
what's
the
funny?
teams. The first, second, and third teams.
Why you laughing?
I'm asking you. You good with the first, second, and third team?
Yeah. I mean, wait.
Good.
Wait. I wouldn't mind seeing Clint Capella on this list.
What?
Bro, Capella averaged 17 and 13. You ain't know he was performing like that, did you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
You don't think that's good enough to make one of these things?
I think I'm taking all three of them centers over Capella. If you're telling me Capella is coming with James Harden, then give me Capella. But if not, I'm taking them other three centers over Capella.
Okay. I'm good.
But when you giving me Capella, I need James Harden. I kind of got a problem with Blake.
Blake was kind of eating this year, though.
He was eating, but bruh, give me LaMarcus Aldridge. Give me LA.
LA's probably the better rebounder. I'm just guessing. Hold on, let me look up some, man.
I don't even have the stats in front of me, and I know Blake's stats probably better because stats always get us like y'all always say. But I know DeRozan is down there, but yo, I think LA was kind of backpacking that team, yo.
Okay, so you want to hear Blake numbers first?
Give me. Let me guess. I'm gonna say 24, 11. 24 and 11.
Nah. 25,
Okay.
8, and 5.
Okay.
Now let's see what
You got LA in
doing.
front of you?
I'm on the way.
So 25 and 8 for Blake. 5
Yep.
dimes.
Yep.
And
LA, LA
if you
was
want to say
21.
the dime, you get the dimes from throwing lobs to Drummond, but okay, go ahead.
Okay. LA was 21, 9, and 2.
I just think LA had a bigger impact, bruh. Let's go to records because I think LA impact with the Spurs is bruh. Detroit barely made it in the East. Barely.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have mind. I mean, they picked Blake, cool. I wouldn't mind seeing LA right there for Blake.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. What was their record?
I wouldn't say
41 and
Detroit
41
was upside
was
down.
Detroit. Now Detroit was 41 and 41.
Oh, okay, 500.
And LA, it was 48 and 34 in the West.
In the West.
At the
Come
same
on,
time,
man.
though, how many of those wins we get popped? Come on, dog. Let's keep it a stack. You the same person said, like, Papa get you 10 wins. I don't know if 10 the number you said, but Papa get you some wins.
I think I said like 11 or 12 or something like that. Okay.
So, but that's a push.
Okay. That's
That's
cool.
a push.
I would like to see LA there, though.
But
But
you,
I mean, they
you
picked
feel
Blake,
my
so
point,
be it.
though? Like, some of these things really could go either way, man. Could go either way.
I'm just shocked how hard I'm just shocked how hard you win that Gobert. You don't like Gobert now. I don't know why.
Why
You've been
do
on
I
Gobert
have to
head.
not like Gobert? Because Miles Turner outperformed him defensively this year. Miles Turner outplayed that
You've been
guy.
on Gobert head though, kind of all year.
No, I haven't. I don't even talk about Rudy.
Only time you took up for Rudy was that time when he was crying.
Oh, yeah. He had a right to cry. See, I ain't got no problem with Rudy, but Miles Turner outperformed that guy, bro. And Mitchell Robinson outperformed Joel Embiid. And he outperformed Rudy, too. And I just don't want them to just keep recycling popular names. Put the people who
Well,
deserve
talk
to
to
be
your
up there.
league. That's your league. Because my league, it's a new fresh face somewhere. I mean, Pat Mahomes, the face of the league now.
Bro, what
He
y'all gonna do
cover
for the Pro
up
Bowl
and
this
everything.
year? How many people gonna show up for the Pro Bowl this year? That's what y'all need to focus on.
Hey,
Okay?
that don't matter though. That don't matter. You get that. You get to say, "Oh, I went to the Pro Bowl." You get some extra change. They ain't got to show up. They don't got to show up.
They
the
do
point
gotta
is,
show up.
it's always some new players on all getting the awards. And in my league, what about your league? Stop recycling players. That what you just said. Spade tired of seeing Kawhi up there. He tired of seeing Greek Freak commercials. Spade hate the Greek Freak now.
Stop it, bro. Greek Freak ain't even got no commercials. He got a commercial?
He got commercials.
They don't come on in Florida.
Okay,
We get Deion Waiters commercials down here, huh?
bad.
And we like them.
Bad. What he selling burgers?
Stop. Watch yourself, okay? Watch yourself. Watch it.
Spade, let's move on, bro.
Let's move on.
Spade a funny dude, man.
Look,
He's a funny
man.
guy.
I ain't really that funny. I'm kind of serious. Something happened this week with your boy Kevin Durant. Something happened every week with your boy Kevin Durant. And I'm going to tell you what I noticed. When Kevin Durant is injured, or it's the off season, that boy had this thing right here in his hand a lot. He had this thing in his hand a lot. So KD been doing KD stuff, man. He replied to an Instagram post of somebody who I really felt like was defending the Golden State Warriors. Like, y'all better stop sleeping on the Warriors just because KD hurt. Stop sleeping on Steph. Stop sleeping on Clay. Stop sleeping on Dre. And KD replied and said, you sound very divisive. We need to celebrate this win as Warrior Nation. And I was like, how is that divisive? He literally just said, stop sleeping on the Warriors. But whatever. That ain't what I want to talk about, though. What I want to talk about is the back and forth between Kevin Durant and Chris Broussard. Now, Chris Broussard came out and said that Kevin Durant's worst nightmare is about to come true, and that is Golden State proving that they can win without Kevin Durant, which I don't understand how that hasn't been proven. Didn't Golden State beat Kevin Durant when he was up 3-1 against Golden State? So they already proved they can win without Kevin Durant. Not only did they prove they can win without Kevin Durant, they proved they can beat Kevin Durant without Kevin Durant.
Facts.
So I don't know what the hell Chris Broussard talking about. But anyway, that put your boy Kevin Durant in his feels, and he replied on Twitter and said, I feel like you're exaggerating right now. I hate when people get literal when they know you using a figure of speech. He's like, I feel like you're getting, this is my Kevin Durant voice, bro. I feel like you're exaggerating right now. Worst nightmare? Really? You think this is as bad as it can get for me? Worst nightmare?
That's his voice?
Yeah, that's his voice. So I'm reading that like, come on, dog. You know he not literally saying your, like, come on, KD. Relax. And Chris Broussard responded to that indirectly and said, me and Kevin Durant, we got a love-hate relationship. Like, you know, I'm hard on him on this show, but I have spent hours texting back and forth with Kevin Durant from everything about life, basketball, faith, you know, religion, you name it. We've talked about everything and the media. And Kevin Durant replied and said, cap. You don't have my number, man, with a bunch of N's. And I texted LaParis and said, who in the hell have Chris Broussard been texting? Chris Broussard done got catfished by a male. But then I thought about it. I said, both of I could believe, if somebody told me either one of these guys was lying, I could believe it. You telling me Chris Broussard to tell a lie, I'll buy some. You telling me Kevin Durant telling a lie, I can buy some. But Chris Broussard did something that I like. When somebody call your credibility into question, you come back with your chest out. And he said, look, DM and text is the same thing to me. So whereas we weren't texting each other phone, I do, he said slid, and you know, that got a weird connotation to it, but he said, Kevin Durant has slid in my DMs numerous times, and those conversations was initiated by him. Now people are asking me to release these text message conversations out, and I won't do that. But if somebody can prove that I'm lying, to me, if I'm going to come up here and lie about something like that, in my opinion, that's a fireable offense. So if you can prove that I lied about this, I want Fox Sports to fire me. And whatever other show he always, I want them to fire me. If I'm lying about this, fire me. And then Shannon Sharp kind of echoed that and said, Kevin Durant came out and said, you don't have his number. He never denied y'all having these conversations. So KD, instead of questioning this man's credibility, come out and say that you never had this conversation. The ball's in your court, Kevin Durant. Say y'all never talked. And then Kevin Durant went 0 black 30 or whatever the hell LeBron called it when he get off social media. Then I got to thinking for a minute, like, what is KD problem, bro? LaParis, Kevin Durant is your favorite player.
That's not true. First of all, we're not going to start this segment off like that.
So you ain't tell?
You just articulated yourself very well and just explained the whole situation. We are not about to start this segment off like that.
So you turning your back on KD? That's what we doing?
Bro. We have talked about this extensively on this show, Spade, and I have said to you, it's crazy because Kevin Durant was once Look, ain't nobody taking nothing away from KD on the basketball court. He's phenomenal. And when KD getting his bag, which we've seen against the Clippers, when he was like, I'm Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant went on to drop damn near 40 points a game for the rest of that damn series. And so we already know Kevin Durant, ain't nobody talking about Kevin Durant, the basketball player. He's phenomenal. Kevin Durant off the court, bruh, something is wrong with that dude, bruh. Everything seemed to rub that dude the wrong way. Everything. You cannot say anything about this dude, bruh. Somebody gonna probably send him this clip, and he gonna probably tweet us.
He better tweet you, because I got time.
And what
Don't
Kevin
tweet me,
Durant, he said, I got time.
I got time.
And what Kevin Durant don't realize, or what he been in the league for a long time, he should understand this. With him responding back to these guys, he ain't doing nothing but giving these guys more content. Chris Broussard, Kevin Durant responds to Chris Broussard. Now Chris Broussard responds to Kevin Durant on the next Undisputed. He ain't doing nothing but giving them dudes content. They're going to talk about it for 45 minutes.
You right. So I take that back. Tweet us, Kevin. Because we could use the content boost too. Spread the wealth.
Word. Tweet us. Shit. But Spade, Kevin Durant was like, you ain't Spade. I was like, man, to me, text message, IG message, DM, it's the same shit to me too. And people was hitting me up like, nah, it ain't the same thing. You ain't texting me if you don't got my number. So I went and I looked up text messages, Spade. I want to read it to the people. It say text messaging or texting is the act of composing or sending electronic messages, typically consisting of alphabet or numeric characters. Come on, bruh. Between two or more users, mobile devices, desktop, laptops, or other type of compatible computers. Text messaging may be sent over a cellular network or may also be sent via the internet connection. Spade, Chris Broussard didn't lie. And I'm going to tell you what. My homie on Twitter, my homie Ant said, I'm not believing nothing nobody with dummy accounts say. Mm-hmm. Kevin Durant had all these dummy accounts. I'm not believing nothing that dude said, bruh. And I'm not. Text messaging, DM, IG message, it's the same shit, yo.
Especially the Chris Broussard, who didn't even know what cap mean.
Come on, man. I don't know what's Kevin Durant problem, man. Everything seemed to rub this man the wrong way, man. And I don't understand what's the problem.
You understand what's the problem.
What is the problem?
You understand what's the problem, bro. You understand.
What's the problem, Spade?
He want to be celebrated. He want to be loved. He want to be big up. And I'm going to tell you what's funny.
But then he shouldn't have joined the Warriors, bruh.
But I'm going to tell you what's funny about people like Kevin Durant.
That's when it all started.
And look, man, Kevin Durant not the only person who do this. I've seen content creators on YouTube and Instagram and all that. It can be 20,000 comments telling you how great you are. Man, you my favorite. Word. Instagram comedians. You the funniest on this whole IG thing. You let one person jump in there and be like, man, he trash. Guess who they replying to?
That's true.
That person.
That's true.
Look, man, for as many people that don't like KD, and let me tell you, that number is rapidly growing. That number's on the way up. It's still a ton of people that love KD that'll tell you that KD the greatest player on this planet, and they support his move to Golden State and everything. And just once, KD, once, I want to see you reply to one of those people. Use your unlimited data to big up somebody who a fan of you, bruh. Just once. Dog, do you know this past week this man replied to somebody who had 155 followers? Anybody can get that KD smoke. You ain't got to be a big account talking shit. You can literally have a small account. And here's another thing KD don't realize. When folks realize that if they poke you, you react, guess what they gonna do? Keep poking.
Yep.
Keep poking.
It's gonna be worse. It's gonna be worse.
How he don't know this,
like,
bro?
Oh shit. He responded to that? Let me get at him.
I learned this at like 14 or 15. When KD gonna learn that?
And it's crazy, Spade, because you mentioned his play on the court. Nobody is saying KD is trash on the court.
Can't say it.
Everybody know this dude is amazing. He amazing. Everybody everybody, all 30 teams, everybody would want KD on their team. I don't get it. KD joint. And what I want people to do, not just KD, people. You can't say, oh, I don't care what people say about me, but then be responding to shit like this. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Oh, you can't say, oh, I don't care what they talk about, what they say about me in the media, and then you respond to shit like this. Yes, you do. Because I don't see, listen, regardless whether you agree or disagree, man, that shit got to just roll over your shoulders. You got to get back healthy, and you just got to hoop.
Yeah.
Hoop. And KD probably thinking, Spade, like, oh, shit, this shit kind of wore off with LeBron. Like, when LeBron went to Miami, people was on LeBron's head, bro. Remember LeBron came out and he was like, I guess it's time for me to be the villain?
Yeah.
Remember he did that shit? And, bruh, that shit kind of faded out. LeBron wasn't built to be no villain and all that shit. That shit, and LeBron won and he kept winning and more. Even, I felt like it faded to black even before LeBron went back to Cleveland. Like, I don't even think people was as mad at LeBron. I don't even think people was mad at LeBron after he'd been in Miami.
I don't know about that one.
Spade, I'm not saying
As
everybody.
a Heat fan, let me let you know, dog. They was not okay ever until Brian left.
I get it, but what it wasn't at the end. People was upset. Like, people, I don't feel like people was like that at the end.
They were, but they weren't. They were. But at the end, Miami lost in the finals. So that gave everybody, you know what I'm saying? So if we was to see KD and Golden State lose in the finals, they'll take a little bit of sting off of that. But them boys ain't going to lose. But trust me, dog, as a Heat fan, let me tell you, I don't feel like it slacked up too much until them boys started to lose.
And another thing with KD, he gets caught up into this, oh, LeBron is better than me, and bruh, so be it. Like, that's people's opinion. That don't mean that's what you think.
And I think everybody...
That don't mean that's what...
Go ahead. I think everybody get affected by it, but they deal with it differently. You know what I'm saying? I think other players deal with it.
They channel that shit in another... Yes. I don't understand, bruh. Everything. And like you said, it don't gotta be no check mark. It can be... We seen him get at a 14-year-old kid.
Anybody can get that smoke. I like that part of KD, though.
Nah, man. Come on, man. That shit is just stupid. It's just stupid. And then you get caught. Then it would have really been Chris Broussard, but I'm glad he didn't, because people was like, oh, just release the text, man. Nah, I wouldn't have released them shits either. But KD really would have got mad if Chris Broussard would have showed them shits, and then you see KD being like, hey, Chris, can we talk for a minute? Then you be like, oh, look at this dude. It'd be worse.
And that's probably what made him, that's why he went 0 dark 30.
Why he went dark.
Yeah, we ain't heard from him since. And I know he got it. I know he got the recap.
Word. KD, man, I like I said, on the court, man, this dude is a phenomenal player. This off the court shit, I don't know. I said to Spade before we started the show, I don't know what the hell happened to this man. Because when he was MVP KD with the Thunder, and he Mom, you the real MVP, and I seen you struggle, and I'm happy. Like, everybody was like, yo, I love this dude. And to just go from that dude to this angry, like, just everything bother you, having these ghost accounts and all. Come on, man. This shit is just insane to see. This shit is just, and like you said, Spade, you say some, that's the difference, but that mentality is different. You said some shit about Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant, they are putting that shit somewhere else where they are going to kick your ass. Michael Jordan, at his Hall of Fame speech, Spade, brought out everybody that was like, ever had some shit to say to him. He brought out the coach that covered.
And the guy who got the damn spot. He didn't even have shit to do with it.
You see what I'm saying? You want to talk about petty wars, but he...
Yeah, like Buddy put himself on the team.
Like,
Buddy looking around like, why am I here?
Word.
I was just trying to make the team like you were.
Like take that energy and put it somewhere else.
Yeah, man, channel that shit. I got you.
Put it somewhere else. Beat somebody ass. Come back and beat somebody ass. Like, drop 50. Be like, oh shit, KD done dropped 50 for the series. Oh, shit. People be like, damn, look at KD going ham. Just like when he was, Spade, you said that was the hardest line KD ever said when he was like, oh, man, y'all know me. I'm Kevin Durant. And then proceeded to drop like 47 on somebody.
And I didn't like it, but it was a part of me like, that's kind of gangster, though. He's like, I'm not about to let Pat Bev, like, y'all know who I am, right? Y'all know who I am. He said it like, come on, man. Y'all know who I am. I'm Kevin Durant.
Word.
And went out there and went wheels. That's what I like. But at the same time, man, Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant. You know? We can talk about how we would handle these situations, and he just not. At this point, he is who he is, and, you know, I don't mean this to sound like a diss, even though I know it's going to be taken as such, but he's sensitive. And things you say about him clearly affect him, and he feels the need to address it, regardless of how big or how small your platform is. You can diss Kevin Durant to 155 people, and he'll swoop down and give you that smoke. So, what else we got, bro?
Is he searching his name, though, Spain?
Got to. You know you got too much time on your hands.
How the hell did he even see that?
Yeah,
How
man.
did he even see it?
All the stuff he could search.
Yeah, I don't get
He
it.
could be looking at Tyra Banks.
Man, let's move on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's take it to on the court, some NBA playoff games. If you guys didn't know, Warriors took care of business.
What they do?
We also, if you're in winning Eastern Conference as well, the Eastern Conference is tied. Well, no, not no more. It's 3-2 in favor of the Raptors. The Raptors went up to Milwaukee and they took care of business.
Yeah.
Space. So we got the Warriors closing out their series. They at home with their feet up, waiting on whoever gonna come out the East.
Yeah.
And we have the Raptors up 3-2. And it was a lot of things surrounding what went on in the six. You know, Drake rubbed the coach's shoulder. You know, he was trolling Giannis on shooting some air balls.
Yep.
And the Milwaukee Bucks actually had an issue with that. The coach even came out and was like, the antics that Drake is doing, I'm like, the NBA got to do something about it. Like, Drake ain't part of the NBA. He's the damn Toronto Raptors NBA ambassador. Like, come on, man.
Really
you think this shit ain't, you think the NBA don't like this Drake shit?
Right.
Mega super duper star Drake. You think the NBA don't like? I think the NBA sit Drake there on purpose. Like, yo, sit right there so the camera can always see you. They pan to Drake more than they. Just like Spade, you had an issue when they was panning the Curry wife and his kids and
after everybody,
all up in the crowd
after
and his
every
parents.
bucket.
Yeah, like they do the same shit with Drake.
Yeah.
They pan to Drake after every.
But I like that a little better because I like Drake
Drake
music. I don't like Aisha records.
I mean, her cooking might be superb though. She got all these restaurants. You ain't never ate her food.
Yeah, I'm good.
You gotta go try her food. You'll fall in love with the one.
Well, hey, many people have, and they ain't fell in love hard enough. They not shooting her no compliments.
Oh shit! Come on, come on, Spade.
She said that, not me.
Come on, bro.
They're my words.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
She doing all that cooking, and they can't even slide in her DMs. The nerve. Bro, I'm not finna let you slide past the fact that the Portland Trailblazers, Damian Lillard, who people was just tweeting me, telling me was the best point guard in the league, then got swept 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row of being swept out the postseason? After being carried out of the second round by C.J. McCollum? C.J. carried them. I'd have rather C.J. had an off game and they went on and just took that damn L because I don't think Denver would have came out here and got swept.
I don't think Denver would have got swept either, bro. But Spade, it ain't that I just swooped on by it. That
what it felt like.
Nah, I mean, we already know what was going to happen. But
I knew.
I mean, I thought they would have got one game.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I had
said
them
on
winning
here,
in
you know,
six,
you
5 or
expect
6.
Lillard hates Steph. You would expect Lillard to put together something, but that shit
put
did
together
not happen.
He put together something. A house for the third little pig that the big bad wolf can't huff and puff and blow down because he built that house out of bricks. Sturdy.
Draymond, Steph Curry played great, but Draymond Green controlled that whole series. He controlled that whole series.
Listen, man. LePage, let me talk my Warrior talk for a minute. I do not like the Golden State Warriors, but let me tell you something, bro.
Go ahead.
Their offense is a thing of beauty. It is a thing of beauty.
Without KD.
And I hate it. I hate it. Clay deserves some props. I feel like oftentimes when we talk Golden State, we don't give Clay enough of his props.
That's true.
Clay was something else. Draymond was something else. Steph was phenomenal. But you know what else? They was getting decent play, better than decent play from Kevon Looney. They was getting good play from Bell. They was getting good play from Quinn. They even got some moments from Jonas Jerebko. And people keep telling me, oh, the bench ain't good. Y'all gonna stop just saying whatever the hell they say on ESPN and start watching these damn games. Because that bench was doing their job. They was doing their job. That team is something special, man. That team is something special.
It's crazy because I think that
I hate it.
It was either the last game or the game before last. I think Looney was at like 17 minutes and had like 10 and 10 in 17 minutes. I was like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, you're right, Spade. And don't forget about you mentioned Jordan Bell, who we gave away for cash.
Cash is good.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. See, get on my nerve, man. Let me ask you this, man.
Yep.
Lillard about to get the extension. Stotts is about to get the extension, and Lillard even spoke after the series. They talked to Lillard, and I mean, he was a man. He stood up, he was up there and was like, they was basically asking him like, "Yo, what do you guys need? What's going on?" And he was like, "Man, from the things I see." Nobody, they always say nobody expected us to be here. We went to the Western Conference Final after getting swept. I felt like we responded well. I kind of felt like things just lined it up right for Portland, in my opinion. But
yeah,
he was like, we made it to the Western Conference Finals, and I felt like we just got to stay together, keep the pieces together, and I feel like we can continue to do, move forward. I want to ask you, do you think that's the case in Portland? Because, I seen people saying, Spade, I don't know if Lillard and McCollum is working out. They kind of getting that same smoke that Wall and Bradley Beal is getting. Like, yo, they need to get one of them dudes out of here.
Nah, I think they're fine. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, they was the number 3 seed in the West, so they had a pretty successful year. And I'm not trying to shoot them any bail, but they also lost Nurk right there in the crunch time, and they got great offensive production from Kanter, and we knew Kanter could jump in there, and man, Kanter can be a 2010 guy on any team in the league. Kanter, however, can't guard a cone. So even though I think he picked up right where Nurk left off on the offensive end, defensively they did lose a little bit, and they tried to balance going with Leonard, who they felt like gave him a better edge defensively, and they even got a career-high game from Myers Leonard. They got a career-high game from him. So I think they're right there. I just think Golden State is head and shoulders better than every other team in the league, LaParis, which is why I was pissed off when folks were saying, like, oh, if James Harden don't beat these Golden State Warriors, then he's bad, he's trash. Like, do you guys not see Golden State? Ain't nobody beating Golden State.
I don't mean to cut you off. They didn't only say that. They said it would ruin his legacy.
Yes.
You jumping out the gym on that comment.
Man, and that's all these other sports shows do is jump out the gym with hot takes and clickbait, and I'm just sick of it. Like, I'm really to the point where I listen to us and Shannon Sharp, and I watch TV because I'm gonna come up with better. I can watch something I don't know about, bro. I can watch a hockey game and pick up more than I can listening to the hot takes on some of these other sports networks. Golden State is head and shoulders above everyone. They are quite possibly the greatest NBA team ever assembled. And I know Golden State fans going to come through and say, we did most of it through the draft, which is true. But these other teams, man, I hate to say it, and I hate to be this guy. You playing for second. Only LeBron James could dethrone the Golden State Warriors, and he needed a little bit of luck, too. Ain't nobody else finna dethrone them guys, and not even LeBron anymore with his Lakers. They're not going to beat Golden State. It's going to take some people leaving. It's going to take, the money situation getting to the point where maybe you can't afford everybody. And we called this years ago, LaParis. We called this years ago when they won their first one. We was like, boy, this looking like a dynasty. I don't see nobody beating them for the next 5-6 years to come. And the one they lost, nobody could believe they lost that one. The Cleveland This is for you. Nobody saw that shit happening. Nobody. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with Portland. I mean, I'd have liked to see them boys not get the broom bristle 2 years in a row. But other than that, man, they don't need nothing. Because it ain't nothing they can get. It ain't no move they can make that can make them better than Golden State. Sorry. It ain't.
And I agree with you 100%, Spade, but they got to get rid of some of them bad contracts, bro. They got a lot of bad contracts.
Well, I try not to talk about bad contracts.
Like an Evan Turner, like a Harkless. And the crazy thing, maybe they did, maybe they didn't, I don't know. I know in the beginning, early in the season, when everybody was speculating where the hell Melo was going to land, and he ended up going to Houston.
Yep.
But the Blazers had wanted Melo.
Yep.
Spade, I think Melo could have helped.
I do too.
Like, you look at, I think Aminu played like 7 minutes in the last game. I just felt like some of them times when they was in the half court and they locked because everybody was like, oh my God, yo, you guys talking about Dame? Do you see how they sprinting at Dame like they don't sprint at other superstars? I'm just saying, let's just call a spade a spade.
I'm not gonna lie, my timeline was on his head like a taper. They was on him. And I was proud to see it.
I feel like whatever you was getting from Harkless or I think Harkless had one good game, but Harkless or Evan Turner or Aminu, Melo can give you that and more. Say what you want about Melo. Spade, that year when everybody was saying the Thunder was a bust, didn't he average like 17?
Yeah, on a I don't know if it was 17, but it's something like that, 15, 16, something.
I think it was 16.9 or some shit. Yeah. But I'm just saying, I felt like, shit, you in the half court and you can't get a shot. You can get a shot. Melo, now that shit might not go in, but Melo can get his own shot in the half court.
He can.
So, I don't know. I feel like they need to get rid of some of them bad contracts. You got to pray that for them. You got to pray that Nurk can stay healthy a whole season, because that was his whole issue in Denver.
Yeah.
They had Nurk and they had the Joker,
yep.
But the Nurkic always got hurt. He done lost some weight down here in Portland, and and had one of the worst broken legs I ever. I mean that injury was ugly, man.
Yep.
But you gotta hope that he can just stay healthy, man. And hope you think they can just get one game. I know, Spade, and I agree with you. Golden State is amazing. They're amazing. But you would just be like, yo, we got to get one game for pride.
You got
at home.
You got to.
Especially when you have a 15-point lead, a 15-point lead, a 17-point lead. Come on, man.
And I'm going to keep it a stack with you.
Go ahead.
And then we going over to the other side, because I got some smoke for you on that other side. But people were saying, like, Portland came out hot, and then Golden State couldn't get right, and then Golden State would just will themselves back into the game. And I don't think that's what it was. I think Golden State came into those games disinterested because they knew at any given time they could flip the switch and get them boys out of there. Word. That's what I think.
Word.
I think they didn't give a shit the first 2 quarters because they knew, like, all right. Like, that's the dangerous thing about always being able to come from behind. You think you can do it all the time. And I mean,
Word.
Against Portland, they could. But no. Let's jump over to the Eastern Conference, because before this series started, we both had Toronto winning.
That's right.
Giannis traveled his way to a 2-0 league against the Toronto Raptors, and asked you, I said, are you changing Yes, I did. I said, are you changing your position? You said, I am, Speed. You know how you be trying to sound. I am. I got Milwaukee winning this series. I got it being a gentleman's sweep. I said, look, man, Toronto gonna at least win 2. You said, so they gonna win the next 2 at home? I said, I'm not saying necessarily the next 2, but they winning game 3 and at least 1 more. And boy,
okay, what I say?
You said you had Milwaukee. I never switched. I was going down with the Titanic.
I said, go look it up. I said, I hope I'm wrong.
Oh yeah, you said that. Yeah,
I'm okay with being wrong.
That's called bet hedging. We don't do that on this podcast.
Nah, that's called I don't want to hear kid mouth. So I hope Toronto go up there and handle business.
And they did just that. Now,
yes, they did.
I gotta ask you. Do you feel like Drake is getting unfair treatment? No, 2 questions. Is he getting unfair treatment as a fan, ambassador, whatever you want to call him? And 2, does it have any bearing on the damn game?
I don't think Drake, bro, every superstar that we have seen that's been super mega fan of a team, bro, has got this treatment.
Not like this.
And maybe not to this.
I was gonna say not like this.
Let me finish, Spade. Maybe not to this extent because social media wasn't around. All these cameras wasn't around like this. But Spade, me and you grew up on them Knicks series. Spike Lee was damn near on the court. He was talking to Reggie Miller and shit.
He wasn't giving no back rubs. He wasn't walking up and down the sideline.
Spike
like
sit on the other side, Spade. He don't sit on that side. But we seen them go up. We seen him go up to the stands and interview Billy Crystal at Clipper games when the Clippers was trash.
And Billy didn't do nothing but sit his ass down.
Spade. Billy Crystal used to go bananas up there in them old Clipper games. I don't know if he even show up at Clipper games now, but Billy Crystal, if y'all don't know, was like a huge Clipper fan when they were trash.
Yep. Word on the
And used
streets
to be
is
in
Billy
them
ain't
stands.
want to pay for them high-ass Laker tickets, but that's neither here
Well,
nor
that's
there.
true, too. He wasn't really on the court. He was kind of a few rows up, but I don't have a problem with what I'm saying from Drake. I don't. He a super fan. He a mega super superstar. The NBA want Drake there. They want him. They want all this Drake attention. They giving it to him.
Yeah.
He's a Toronto team ambassador.
Yeah.
Whatever they call
Yeah.
it, brand ambassador,
Yeah.
team ambassador, whatever it
All
is.
that.
I think the NBA loving this shit.
So here's what I think.
I think the NBA loving this shit. Go ahead.
I think he is getting unfair treatment. Look, for some very odd reason, people be like, Spade, how are you from Georgia and you a Heat fan? How the fuck is Gucci Mane a damn Milwaukee Bucks fan? That I don't get.
That was weird to me.
But this ain't his first
That was
time.
weird.
Like, he's got a thing with the Bucks. I don't understand it. I don't know how it started.
But he be at Atlanta games too, though.
Yeah. I mean, every star that live in Atlanta gonna get invited to the game, man. I was there and they had Monica sing courtside. I can assure you, Monica don't give two shits about the Hawks. But that's a different thing. Like, the Hawks just be trying to get people to come out. But Gucci ain't walking up and down the sideline. Now, as I say that, I go,
Gucci too cool for school. Like, you think
maybe.
Spade? You think if Gucci was walking up and down the sideline, somebody telling Gucci you can't do that shit?
I don't know.
In Milwaukee,
I don't know.
Hell no.
But here's what I will say. Although I think Drake is getting unfair treatment, how the hell is Drake massaging Nick Nurse's shoulders, making Giannis shoot air balls? Huh? That ain't got a damn thing to do with Milwaukee losing. It's just when you lose and you looking for something to bitch about, they upset and they want to complain. That stuff with Drake is not affecting Milwaukee at all. I can assure you, Drake wasn't the only person clowning Giannis about shooting air balls, and Drake can't scream no louder than the guy in the third row. Everybody's screaming the same. Everybody's screaming it. Everybody's screaming it. So yeah, man. Kawhi has been phenomenal. Kawhi has been phenomenal, and also Marc Gasol. Now, I know Mark been up and down. Like, he ain't having great games every game. But, boy, Mark has definitely tried to turn it up a little bit. Just saying. Toronto, go ahead and get it done.
Spade, let me ask you this.
Lopez, don't come back to the Toronto
side.
side.
Tonight,
don't try to come back.
If Toronto don't get it done tonight, and they go back to Milwaukee for Game 7, do you think Toronto pull it out?
Yes.
You still think they win?
Yes. Giannis gonna get a jump shot before then? Can Giannis shoot?
No. Hell no.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be fine.
Spade, I had ended up tweeting some shit that said something like, "It's crazy that the Bucks allowed Drake to get in their head." Could you imagine Michael Jordan letting R&B rap dude get in his head? # not my MVP. Like, what? Do you know Michael?
So who your
did
MVP,
you see what
bro?
Reggie Miller did when Spike was getting in his ass?
So, bro, who your MVP?
Zach LaVine.
Wow.
Babe, did you see what Reggie Miller did when Spike Lee was getting in his ass?
Yeah, I saw.
What?
He grabbed his balls in front of Spike Lee and his
Reggie Miller
wife.
proceeded to drop like 12 points in 9 seconds and then looked at Spike and put the choke signal up there. Like, yeah,
And at another time, he grabbed his balls in front of Spike and Spike's wife, and Spike felt like that was inappropriate. He felt like he ain't supposed to grab your balls in front of a man's wife. Reggie said he didn't get the memo. Let's close. Hey, listen, Lopez, don't try to come back to the Toronto side.
Spade, I said I hope I'm wrong. I hope Toronto close this shit out.
Me and Drake don't want you over here. You're not welcome in the 6.
I thought you just was saying Drake getting special treatment. I thought Drake was your man.
He is. That's why he gets special treatment.
Let me say this too, bro. Eric Bledsoe ain't nothing but Tiki Barber with a basketball. That's all he is.
They killed me saying that boy running halfback dive. Boy, that shit had me weak.
That's all he doing.
Let's get up out of here, man.
That's all he doing.
Last segment of today's show is called the Strong Arm Performer of the Week. It is a very, very, very prestigious award given away in podcast land to a male or female athlete who raised his or her level to ensure that their team got the victory. You got to win. We don't celebrate losers on this show. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no consolation prizes out here. The pairs you on the hot seat. Who is your Strong Arm Performer of the Week and why?
I got a good one for us this week, and I'm talking about a guy that went 7-13 from the field, 7-9 for 3 spades. You can respect that, being a rainmaker for 21 points, helping lead his team to victory, and I'm talking about Fred VanVleet.
Damn.
Well, that's what you gave it to,
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That's
Wow, because he said always give out the... I said
That's pretty
spade like
good.
3-pointers. Fred VanVleet went 7-9 for 3 for 21 points to help lead his team to victory in a hostile situation up there in Milwaukee. They be like the mean streets of Milwaukee. I don't know why they call it that. The mean streets of Milwaukee. But
The streets are mean.
help lead the Toronto Raptors to a victory. For that performance, Fred VanVleet, you are my Strong Arm Performer of the Week. Give it to him, Spade. He deserve it.
Yeah, he really does, man, because the guy been struggling.
Yeah,
He been
man.
struggling, and he went 7-9 from beyond the arc, man, and those threes was definitely the deciding factor to help the team win. But I'm going to do something
Yes,
a little
it was.
different. You know, I give you game 5. I go back to game 4, and I give my Strong Arm Performer of the Week to Mike Lowry's brother, Kyle. Yeah, man, I told Kyle, I said, step up, Kyle. That's what I told him. And that's what he did. He came with it in that game, got to the charity stripe. I'm going to tell you something about me. I love a player that can get to that stripe when the shots ain't necessarily falling. In that game, man.
But not the Greek Freak.
Well, I mean, you got to put up shots for your shots to not be falling. He ain't shooting. What you calling them?
Go ahead, Spade.
What?
Go ahead.
I mean, how you think he get into the street? He's just running into people. He playing human bowling. That's not what I'm talking about. The human bowling ball, that ain't what I'm talking about. Kyle Lowry went 10 of 10 from the stripe in that game. Had another 3 from beyond the arc. Finished with 25 big ones to lead his team in scoring. Who said Kyle Lowry don't show up in the postseason? Okay.
Better show up tonight.
And helped this team at that time tie the series up at 2 games apiece for that performance. Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet. Somebody told me I need to call him Fred Van Yeet, which I thought was kind of clever. Both of y'all, man, for those performances, y'all are our Strong Arm Performers of the Week.
Well, I was considering giving that shit to Drake because he literally got in the Bucks' head. Had the coach after the game saying it's just unacceptable.
They didn't get in
What?
their head, bro.
You
they
think
just
Phil
was pissy
Jackson and them
'cause
is talking about a fan.
They just, when you mad, bro, you just be looking around. Trust me, I get mad. I be like, why is this rat like taking so long? You just be mad, bro. Them boys is just mad. It ain't had nothing to do with Drake. Nothing.
Spade, before I close the show, you got anything else to add?
I just want to say to the men and women, the members of the media, you are tasked with a big duty of voting for players to be on these all NBA teams, all rookie teams, all defensive teams. And you guys are literally affecting the pockets of these players. And I want y'all to take this shit a little more serious than just throwing a familiar name out there. An interview came out this week with Klay Thompson after practice was told, like, yo, so how do you feel about not making the all-NBA team? And Klay had no idea. He was like, I didn't. And it was kind of weird to see that Klay was so sure that he was going to be there. And to see that raw emotion where you know that snub that he feel like is a snub is going to cost him roughly $31 million. And I just want the men and women of the media to take that job a little more seriously, man, and, do better. That's all.
I'm going to go another route. I just want to say happy holidays to y'all. Y'all already know, man. Enjoy the weekend. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. As usual, If you new here, you can bang the subscribe button. If you're a regular here, hit the like button. There's also a little bell up there. You can click that bell. It sends notifications to your mobile device to let you know a new episode has been uploaded to our YouTube channel. If you don't want to see two dudes arguing in a box, it's okay. We got audio podcasts everywhere. SoundCloud, PodOmatic, iTunes, Spotify. We are everywhere. There's no reason why you guys should ever miss a show. Spade, you enjoy your weekend, your holiday weekend. I want you guys to enjoy yours. Hey, tweet your boy some pictures of y'all on the grill, man. Y'all know I like seeing what y'all out here cooking. No struggle place though. But you guys enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. We will see you guys next episode. We are out. Go Raptors tonight. Go Raptors.